Hello everybody, today is February 18th, 2025, and this is my Ronnie avocado tree. And Julie and Laura at Laura Farms Miami told me this will fruit late. And I tried picking these fruit in December, and they just took forever to get ripe. And they say the best time when to pick an avocado is when the fruit naturally falls. And finally, February 19th, where we are right now, it finally fell by itself. Now, I've picked several of these last month, and I've been eating them. The best tasting avocado. It tastes just like an Oro Negro. Amazing. And they're a Ronnie, and you're supposed to pick them when they're black or all black. But I just found this one on the floor, and it was a little windy today, but I don't think it was from the wind. And there's another one up there that's all black. So I'm going to pick that one, and I'm going to see how long this one takes to ripen. But I could tell you, when I picked these like a month ago, they took like 3 weeks to ripen. So that's long for an avocado. So I'll see if this is any better. But this is an amazing avocado, and it's the only one I know that's lasting this long. We're here in almost the end of February, and this is a smaller tree. It looks big, but it still has the potential to be so much bigger. So I see one up there that looks pretty black now. I'm going to pick it, and I'm going to keep an eye on these other ones and see how it goes. I got my new picker. And, get up there and pick that. And I'm only picking it because it's all black. Yeah, I only picked that because it was mostly black. Well, that side's green. So this one fell off the tree, and this one I just picked. They're both hard as a rock. So I'm going to put them both on the counter now and see how long it takes for them to ripen, if it's any difference between this one that naturally fell and this one that I just picked. But either way, the end of February, and these are still hanging on the tree, and I still got 1, 2, 3, 4 more on there. And these are amazing tasting avocados. Ronnie Avocado and LauraFarmsMiami.com. I'll put the link below if you're interested in these. My neighbor still has some avocados on his tree. Let's go see what he has.
So this avocado is a croquette, and every year it holds avocados into March, and I believe it might hold it into April, but I don't allow it to hold into April, because if you let them hold too long, what happens is it won't flower for the next year.
That's what I heard.
Won't have any fruit.
That's what I heard.
I've actually been picking a lot of these.
Now, will it just flower later, or it won't flower at all?
It just won't flower. It'll miss its flower.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
So that's why I'm picking them. I pick them now, not because they need to be picked.
So you want to get these off by the end of March, the latest?
1st of March.
By the 1st of March.
Yeah, and this is the latest I've ever let one stay. Usually on the 1st of March I pick them off.
So they could stay long, but if you let them stay longer, it might affect next year's crop.
Right. Now I've top worked another this tree just recently, and that one, if I didn't top work that one, I would let it stay all the way, and as long as they can stay. Because it's nice having fresh avocados on the tree. You don't have to refrigerate them. As soon as you pick them, they start getting ripe.
Yeah. And this tree's still loaded. You got at least 5 or 10 up there.
Yeah, more even.
More.
And it's a bunch of them. They're all over. I mean, I've been picking them every day. And I've got 5 or 6 of them on my refrigerator top right now.
Choquette, probably one of the latest and full season ones. Not that great early season one picking them, but now they're wonderful.
Yeah, and the late varieties are actually pretty damn good eating. You know what I mean? Because they've had all this extra time to load up with that fat.
Sure. All right. There you go, everybody. Another variety to get. All right, everybody. We are back. It is February 21st. Might even be the 22nd. And last week I pulled this off the tree. Actually, 2 of them fell on the floor, and 1 of them I took off the tree. And this is a Ronnie avocado. There's still 3 hanging on the tree, and here we are, February 21st. And of the 3 that came off, I didn't do a good job in keeping track of the ones that fell off first, the ones I took off, but this is the second one to get ripe. Now they're black on the outside, they almost don't even look good, but on the inside they're perfect. And look at the flesh to seed ratio on that. Now this tastes to me just like my other tree, an Oro Negro, but there's a lot more flesh per seed, and it lasts a lot longer. And this tree is a small tree. It was loaded this year. But up until I tasted this one, Oro Negro was my favorite, but Ronnie tastes like an Oro Negro, but with more flesh on the seed. And I don't even know how long it would last because I pulled too many of them off too early, I guess. And even those, they ripen great, but they took a lot longer to ripen. I think the issue was I pulled them off too soon. And I'm talking like I pulled them off in January. What an amazing avocado. Now, we're almost in March, and I'm sure if this tree had a lot of avocados, they would last to March. Now, there are different people that grow this. Somebody might be able to graft it for you. But the only one I know who has these in stock, Julian at Laura Farms Miami, LARAFarmsMiami.com. I'll put the link below. As I said, there are a few other people that might sell this avocado, but you're going to have to like call them and ask them to graft it for you. They might have one in stock or two in stock, but Laura Farms Miami has this in stock, and that's who told me about it. And I'm sure after this video, more people will be carrying it. And even when I ate this avocado early, it was not watery at all. It had the full flavor. Like a rich avocado flavor. If you close your eyes, you would think you were tasting like the best Haas avocado you ever got from the store. Not those watery ones that aren't good, but like a really good one. But even better. And to me, it tastes just like Oro Negro, but bigger. More flesh on the seed. And here's the other thing. From my understanding, Oro Negro is not a great producer. It's like semi-annual. Some years it produces great, some years it doesn't. Last year I didn't have hardly any on my tree. Now several blew off from the storms, but it wasn't a great producer. But what I hear is this is a great producer. And this year it didn't disappoint. Now the only thing that remains to be seen is the consistency of this. So I'll have to monitor it year after year. Julian Laura says that it will fruit wonderful every year. So let's see what happens with that. But this was wonderful, and I highly recommend it. This is Ronnie Avocado. Not Donnie, but Ronnie. And what can I say? Should definitely be in everyone's collection as the latest season avocado. And there are some late ones. Choquette will hang on January, February, maybe. My neighbor once had one to March. Doesn't taste as good as this. Not bad. A late Choquette, not bad, but doesn't taste as good as this. Monroe in January. But here we are, almost March. Trees loaded. It's a winner. So I'll put the link below where to get them. Ronnie Avocado. Thank you, Julian Laura. All right, everybody. It's a couple of days later, and here I am with my neighbor, and he has a avocado for a Choquette. Now, the date now is March 9th, and we're going to try this Choquette. It's a late season Choquette. And I also have an avocado here that I just bought from the store because normally this is all you can get at this time of year here in South Florida, and they normally don't taste well. These avocados are from the Dominican Republic. And sometimes you might get a good one because the avocados are delicious from the Dominican Republic. The problem is when they pick them to get them here to the United States. But I wanted to try Rom's late season Choquette because in the early season, it's not the best. But in the late season, not only is the best, but besides Ronnie, there's nothing else out there now.
So it's definitely the best
Yeah.
now. Actually, it's pretty good. The oil content increases the longer that you keep the avocado on the tree. So in other words, every day it gets a little better. And this tree I have will have them all the way until April. hanging on there. If I don't pick them up, well, I'm picking them up now on purpose more than I actually need, because if I don't pick them soon enough, it will throw off them blooming, and they may not give avocados next year.
Sure, sure. All right, well, here, go ahead, cut a slice.
Okay, all right.
Look how big they are.
Oh yeah, let's take a
look. Compared to this, and this is still bigger than the average Haas. Now, this isn't the only thing available. They do have the Haas avocado that's from California or Mexico. That's always in the store, and they're there now. But that's even smaller than both of these.
Okay, and I got a seedless one here that's growing too at the same time. And you just really see how fast. Oh, no seed. Okay.
That was his idea of sense of humor.
Right.
Okay.
All right, so here we go.
So did you just pull these off the tree?
Yeah, these just came off. This one here. This one's a couple days ago, but still.
Look at that. This big, smaller seed, a lot of avocado in there.
They're fantastic. But
yeah.
we want to slice them. Okay.
And we'll see if it tastes different than an early season Choquette, which, what's the best way to pronounce them?
I don't know. Choquette, I guess.
Here you go.
Okay.
All right. Much better than an early season.
Oh yeah.
Much better.
Yeah. Very good, actually. Yeah.
Now this one was in your refrigerator. How long will they last in a refrigerator?
Oh, well, forever practically. I think probably could live in a refrigerator for about a month.
Very nice. So the next spring avocados will be here before you know it, but even those aren't good when they're early season. You're better off eating those in the summertime. Now let's try this one that we got from the store. Usually these are watery and they're not good at all, but every now and then you get a good surprise and they're pretty amazing.
And what kind is that?
Just a store-bought one.
Right. I just wonder what the variety is. It actually has a good color to it.
Sometimes they're amazing. I think they use, I did another video with Julian and he told me what kind it was. A Booth 8th, I think it was. But the problem was the way they pick it so early. How is it?
It's good. It's got a different taste to it.
Actually, that's not bad.
I know. It's good.
That's not bad, but you're taking a chance when you buy something from the store if you don't know the variety. And even if you know it, the way they pick it, it's not that good.
Let's try this one again. I think this one's better. Almost tastes like that one had salt in it.
That one was really nice. It wasn't too bad at all.
Yeah.
That one had a little bit more flavor,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, that one was pretty good. Every now and then you get a good one, but that was $2 in the store. This one's free from his tree.
Right, right.
Not bad. Monroe will last late also, but usually not till March, maybe till February. And then if you let him stay on the tree, then you're thinking about next year's crop that it might affect. I have one more Ronnie on my tree that I want to see how long it'll hold on for it. But they're supposed to turn all black when they're ready, and it hasn't turned all black just yet. So, yeah. So that's that. So, what's your opinion or feedback or whatever?
Well, I like them. You know, I've been growing them for a long time, and you know, it's interesting. I have two of these very large trees. One of them has a trunk as big around as paw, and that one always drops its fruit by first week or so of January. But this one always holds on to it. It doesn't drop the fruit. You know, it drops some of them, but it'll hold them all the way to April, maybe longer. I just pick them off because I'm afraid it won't give me any fruit next year if I.
Is it grafted or seedling?
I grafted it off of the other tree. That's interesting. The other tree was the original tree. I took a graft off the other tree, off a seedling, and put it onto this tree.
Very interesting. If you're going to get avocado trees, make sure you do it strategically and you plant for different seasons. I think the next good one that's coming in season would be Simmons.
Simmons, yeah, I've got a beautiful Simmons tree.
And then after Simmons, you got Maria Black. Then after Maria Black, You can start getting into many of the other common, well-known varieties.
Well, after Simmons, I'm not sure which comes first, Simmons or Miguel. But Miguel,
Miguel.
that's
Miguel's another
excellent
good
one.
mid-season variety.
Yeah, so that's a great one.
Yeah. All right. I have this avocado list on my YouTube channel. You can look at all those avocado videos that we did. Thanks. Thank you. All right. All right, everybody. We are still here, and this is the Ronnie. There's still that Ronnie hanging on here. And here we are all the way March 10th, 2025. And we still have a Ronnie hanging on there. I want to see how long it's going to hang on there. But what avocados do you have? Maybe you have a seedling or something else that's still hanging on your tree after all this time. And what's your favorite late season varieties that hang on the tree late? I'd love to know what's worked for you and what you find. But I highly recommend the Ronnie and Choquette and any other avocados that are going to cover your full season. And these things go into the later season before the new season starts of the avocados. All right. Thank you for watching. Put your comments and questions below. I'll put all links below that we discussed in this video. Until then, everybody, have a great day and keep growing.